Alright, so let's check out what's going on with Algorand. Now, first of all, we have had the Federal Reserve meeting come out. The interest rates have been raised. I am going to be talking about this in full in my Bitcoin video tonight. I don't want to go through it in every single altcoin video I make because it is just going to take, four minutes or so for every video, or double the length of everything. So in short, they basically increased the interest rates by 50 basis points, which is 0.5%. Technically not good for the markets when you do increase the interest rates. I think originally everyone thought that they were going to be raised by 75 basis points, which is a 0.75% increase in the interest rates. And I think because we had these lower interest rates coming in at 50 basis points or 0.5, you can see huge influx of volume on Bitcoin the second the Fed news came out. On Solana again, I mean, if we come down to the hourly, you can see, I mean, they've all moved at the exact same time. They all moved when this Fed meeting came out. And I've been talking about this on Solana for the past week. We talked about it in every crypto. We said basically we're going to go sideways and do nothing until the Fed meeting, and then we're going to rally out of the Fed meeting. That was my opinion, at least. It does seem like as of now we are kind of playing that out. Are we seeing a W pattern? On the 4 hour, it looks a little bit ugly. I mean, it's still perfectly valid. You can see we've got a nice W pattern. If we come over to the daily, it's actually a little bit more attractive. If we pull this up on the daily, yeah, you can see this is pretty beautiful on the daily, if I do say so. You can see boom, 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 and we're coming right up for the neckline. Also, this neckline is your 786 Fibonacci, so it is very important for Solana's short-term health, mid-term health, and macro health for us to get back above these regions. And yes, this is a micro fib, so you might be thinking, well, what does it matter if we get above this micro fib? Well, the point of the matter is, previously when we were talking about this, let me scroll back a few steps. Solana's first major bull run, we had all-time high, 69% correction, one bottom, double bottom, triple bottom, bull run. What did we do right now? Because we did something very similar. We had an all-time high, came down 69-70%, one bottom, two bottoms, triple bottom, exploded into the bull run. At least this is what we were thinking. And then coming into the Fed meeting, I mean, to be fair, this was quite a time before the Fed meeting, so I don't actually think the Fed meeting was the reason why this started to come down. I think Bitcoin was just losing a bit of momentum. Nonetheless, we came down, we did retest this triple bottom, so technically, if we are going to be rallying for Solana, this is a quadruple bottom that we've got coming. I talked about this in my last videos. Oh my god, we were saying when we triple bottomed, we were like, we do not want to come down and quadruple bottom, because how many times do you hear traders talking about, oh, we've got a double bottom? You hear it a lot, right? How many times do you hear, you've got a double top, or you've got a triple bottom, or yeah, triple bottom? Everyone loves a good old triple bottom, but quadruple bottom is just getting a little bit too much. I mean, in theory we could do this another like 4 or 5 times, an octuplet bottom, but I really don't want to see anything like that. I really think this is the time for Solana to be tearing faces and moving up now. We've spent a long time in a bearish stance for Solana, a very long time. We then spent a good period of time in accumulation with one fake out to the upside. We now need to see continuation. So looking at your momentum indicators, I mean, you've got tons of volume coming in. The squeeze momentum indicator is losing its bearish momentum, and it looks like we're about to start a bullish wave to the upside. What happened the last time we had a bullish flip? We were here on the 16th of March, and we rallied all the way up on this daily squeeze mom flip. We rallied up 73%. So very nice. I'm looking at where we started to lose momentum. I mean, to be fair, we regained it and we only started losing momentum again today. So, we're up about 7% right now. I think we could go up a lot higher than that in the short term. So I'm really bullish on Solana. Like I said, I do try and be as transparent as I can in all of my crypto videos. So I do hold a decent amount of Solana. It takes up a lot of my my crypto portfolio. It actually takes up around 33%. At least the last time I checked it out, it was 33%. I think Bitcoin may have been outperforming Solana. Yeah, it has. I think Bitcoin's been outperforming Solana since the last time I checked it out, so it might be more around the region of a 30% allocation in my portfolio. And I do also have a ton of Solana NFTs. Like, you clicked on my channel and you looked at my profile pic, That's a Solana NFT. You click on my channel and you look at my banner, you see the two little raccoons in the corner. Those are Solana NFTs. I'm a huge Solana bull. Like I said, I try and be as transparent as possible. Well, I am as transparent as possible. Every time I cover a crypto that I own, I will let you know if I hold it. If I don't hold it, I'll let you know I don't hold it. So, you know, you always know where you stand on that matter. But nonetheless, you know, I was talking about this bearish momentum on Solana as we did come down to these price targets. You know, I was one of the people who was talking about this bearish flip, and we were kind of sitting on the sidelines for Solana a bit, and now we're going back bullish. Obviously, I have to switch my stance. I'm a huge perma bull on Solana. I think it's a great project, and even though it looks kind of shaky in the short term with this quadruple bottom, it feels so funny just saying that. I mean, you can see we've got a rally, all-time high, and then you didn't even quite make it back to your 786. So as long as you're above this 786 fib, then from a technical perspective, your market is exceptionally bullish. Now, this needs to be orange. I normally mark all of my fibs as orange, so you know that they're a Fibonacci and not a resistance or a support. So did we actually come down to your 786? We didn't come down to your 786. I think Solana is incredibly bullish. That's just my opinion. You look at your oscillators on the daily, Solana's been so oversold. Coming into the 4 hour, like I said, huge momentum shift. Bulls are back in control of this 4 hourly time frame. We are hopping above your EMA ribbons. I do want to see a break above both your 786 and a retest of your 786. That would mean you're also retesting your long-term moving averages on your 4 hourly EMA ribbons. So a retest of $91, or, you know, alternatively, just some sideways action around this price before the next rally up is probably the healthiest thing we could do, in my opinion, because you can see what happens when we get too exuberant too fast. We go for rallies, and then you come back and you try and back test them and you fail. So we need to see a break, a back test, and then we need to break back above the previous invalidation point. Until then, I wouldn't be looking to long Solana. I also am not looking to buy Solana at this moment in time, but I have said that in every single altcoin and crypto video that I have made today. I do just want to wait for 24 hours after the Federal Reserve news came out. I want to see how the market reacts. I want to see if we do get continuation, because looking at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin has broken back in this bullish channel that we've been talking about on my YouTube channel. If we look at this on the daily, you can see this was the original channel we were ascending on. And if we zoom in, you can see we've just hopped over this trend line. And in the lower time frames, we're literally back testing it. So if we do see continuation on Bitcoin, I imagine Solana will follow. I imagine Solana will outperform Bitcoin like it is today. Finishing off with the Solana BTC pair. So like I said, you want to see a break above 92, a retest, and then a rally. That is what I'd be looking for to get back in. Or when I say get back in, I've already got long-term bags in Solana. I mean, I can't sell now if I wanted to, because I have my Solana staked, and there's like a certain cool-off period depending on what, you know, wallet you're using. But yeah, I'm not going to jump into that and disclose all of that information, but nonetheless, Sol against Bitcoin, very bullish. Another macro higher low from this recent low to high impulse. 786 has been retested. You retested your macro 618 fib, so technically, you know, you're above the 618. You're very macro bullish. We're now coming up to the 0.5 fib, and it looks like we're coming for its throat. So I really do like what we're seeing. I imagine in the next couple of days we'll be back up at the not the 618, the micro 618 from this low to high, but also your macro 0.5. You've kind of got like a double fib within this region. They're literally at the exact same levels. It's funny how that works out. And on Sol BTC, I wouldn't necessarily put too much weight on the EMA ribbons. I really think it's more important looking at Sol USD taking out the EMA ribbons, and then I think the BTC pair will follow. So that's all I've got for Solana. I think we're looking incredibly bullish right now. I would just like to see some volume traded around the $92. I would like to see a back test and then a rally, and that's really all I want to see for Solana. I really do like this chart. I'm a huge bull in the long term. Do bear in mind, I do hold Solana myself. Like I say, just try and be as transparent as I possibly can on this channel. So all I've got for you today for Solana. Best of luck if you're in it. As always, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market. Cowboy out. Peace.